Barry left you with a question at the end of the last video. How do we find the time for all the things that might help our well-being? And the answer is that we can never find the time. If we want things to change in our well-being, then we need to make the time. I had a knee operation about 18 months ago and I got out of the habit of exercising. I've been so busy with other things that I convinced myself that I didn't have the time to exercise. However, I've recently noticed that my not exercising was really affecting my mental health. So about 3 weeks ago, I decided that I had to make the time. I had to make it a priority to go to the gym or go swimming at least 3 times a week. And it's amazing how I still managed to fit everything else in. I just wasted a bit less time. If we want to go somewhere, then we need to know where we're starting from. Most of you will be familiar with the A to Z maps that we used in the last century to find our way around cities. So if I was in London, the A to Z would help me find the location I was aiming for. But I also had to work out where I was starting from to be able to plan my route. And it's exactly the same with our lives. If we want to take steps to improve our well-being and plan to use our time differently, then it's helpful to know how we spend our time now. If we want to go somewhere different, then it helps to know where we're starting from. So if you look at page 7 of your workbook, there is an activity called the Pie of Life. This can help give us a visual idea of how we spend our time now. There are 168 hours in each week, so write down the main activities you think you do in an average week and guess the number of hours you spend on each activity. We've allowed space for 12 activities, but you may want to add more. Your hours when you finish should add up to the 168 hours there are in the week. You can then work out the percentage by dividing the number of hours for each activity by 168 and then multiplying by 100. Starting with the highest percentage, plot your results on the blank pie chart on page 8. It can help to know that each segment is worth 8.3%. And if math gets you stressed, then don't worry, just bring your workbook to the group discussions and we'll look at it together. When I first did this exercise, I was surprised and shocked at where so much of my time went. The Pie of Life can be very revealing, but even with this information, it's not the whole picture. The Pie of Life helps us see how we spend our time now, and we know that we want to improve our well-being. So how do we actually plan to make that journey? We'll look at that tomorrow, and I hope you can join us.